Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, YouTube. It's your Slime King, the Geo Man, and welcome to another video. Today's another raw but edited take on the 2.7 delay, Burnout, and the real Genshin Impact Endgame. All these three topics are interwoven with each other, and in a sense, it feeds and amplifies what truly is the greatest flaw of Genshin Impact. So, we all know what the 2.7 delay is. It is an unfortunate circumstance that affects Hoyoverse as a company, and there's a whole plethora of issues that has made the whole situation not conducive to keeping it to the update schedule. Obviously, this is beyond our control, and we shouldn't blame Hoyoverse at all for anything. This is probably because of the COVID situation in Shanghai right now, and we should just hope for the best for the people in China. Now, there are some sus dreams that speculate that it could be delayed somewhere from 1 to 3 weeks, but honestly, that does not matter. The time frame to the next update doesn't matter as much as the impact of the delay itself to the mindset of the player base. And this leads directly to my next point, Genshin Burnout. Burnout in Genshin is not at all that uncommon. Look, I haven't even touched that much of the chasm yet, and I only recently finished the Vibrio Crystal event. So I'm not one to talk about lack of content in Genshin, as a casualness and huge time windows for events allow me to complete them despite an ever busy schedule. However, with the delay of 2.7, it got me to thinking, what makes me have fun in this game? Is it the exploration? Then why haven't I finished the chasm? Is it the story? Then why haven't I done the Dinesniff quest? Or any character hangouts in general? Is it the characters? Then why haven't I pulled for Ayaka? Those questions swirled around in my head like Kazu's burst cooming when birds call. Then I asked myself, am I burnt out of Genshin Impact? The thing is, I enjoy this game still, even if there's no content or there's content that I don't want to do. I still enjoy just walking out into the overworld, transforming this game into just chatting or a walking simulator, which is essentially my stream, by the way. Come at me at twitch.tv/TheGeoMan. But more recently, ever since the 2.7 delay was announced, I've been feeling a little bit down on Genshin. It was as if a cloud had appeared above my slime crown, raining and dampening on my parade of enjoyment. And for days, I couldn't quite put my blobby finger on it. It was this reluctance and doubt of whether or not I truly enjoy Genshin Impact. And this is a symptom of burnout. This made me realize something as well. People like to meme about Genshin's endgame, and it's true, but somehow I might have realized for myself what the real Genshin Impact endgame is. I'm about to tell you the real Genshin Impact endgame. This isn't based on my wants or needs, nor are it based on your own grandeur delusions of what it should be. This is taking the game right now at face value. You are irked by it, and that just makes it all the more true. While thinking about what to do with Yelan's release, it truly hit me what I was waiting for. The update cycle of Genshin Impact often hits you fast, with new character releases every 3 to 6 weeks or so. Let's take Yelan for example. You are hyped for Yelan. She releases and you can take 3 paths. You win the 50-50 or are guaranteed you get her. You lose the 50-50 and you don't get her. Or you lose the 50-50 but don't care anyway because you can get her or get her to C6 anyway. You will feel either elated or depressed. And for the next 2 to 3 weeks, you play around with your new toy. You test them out in the abyss. You walk around the world, just admiring their character design. You just stare listlessly into their model. You wonder whether or not it is worth to pull their weapon. Those emotions of joy or sadness will persist until you slowly ratio that the next character is either the next big thing or just another overhyped piece of trash. The anticipation inside you comes bubbling to the surface, and the cycle begins anew, over and over again, until today, wherein the new character release is delayed and you suddenly find yourself in new territory. The next few weeks should have been a period of either hype or bashing a character, and yet it doesn't feel right because Yelan feels so far away, and thus the excitement feels far away. The habit is broken, and that's what makes you realize what the real Genshin Impact endgame is. It's this constant cycle of deciding whether or not the newly drip marketed, the new dreamed up unit is worth your goddamn time. And you rationalize every thought towards that character for the next few weeks, making you feel motivated to play, but that motivation now is gone. I'm so far gone off the deep end that I'm tempted to get Ayaka just so I can play around with a new unit. But I know it's not something I actually want. but more a product of boredom or being burnt out. So the workaround? I decided to pull on the weapon banner instead to empty out my primos to preserve my guaranteed PD on Yelan and eliminate any temptation to try and pull for Ayaka. That is the gambling addiction in a nutshell, my friends, and whether you like it or not, this is the current endgame of Genshin Impact. This is the nature of a gacha game, and while Genshin does a good job at times at hiding this fact, it will make itself obvious over time. And that point for me is today. It has never been more obvious than it is today with a 2.7 delay. And to be honest, this makes me feel a little bit burnt out and a little sad that this is what it has come down to. This is the Genshin Impact endgame. I told you, every topic in this video is interwoven together like an intricate web. And the sooner you realize how connected everything is, the faster you can treat this game for what it truly is. Though, that doesn't guarantee it will save you from disappointment all the same.